We hope that you are as well as can be given the global life-changing situation at this time. And thank you so much. We thank you so much for being here for our virtual album launch. Band name is Silvervest, Nicolas Caloia on bass, Kim Zombik, and the album is called People's Waterworks, and it's available on Bandcamp, and in a few days we'll have hard copy for those of you who like actual discs. All original music, and we're dedicating our performance tonight to everyone who's suffering from this pandemic, health-wise, economically, culturally. May the music we make bring some pleasure and connectivity. Just let me hear the sounds of all the terrifying breezes that pull you in. There's an infinity inside you. I'd like to landmark. Perhaps I could get to know where your major galaxies are. There's some motion here under the influence of a central force, and I sense steady gravitational potential. The polar luminaries, I feel suns, I see moons are tugging at their orbits, and a star wants to shoot right into the mix. I love emotional cartography. Let's map the course of these unifying objects. I'm so curious, I'm so curious. Can I hear the pulses of your big pole star? Do you want to dilate time with me? Perhaps I could get to know where your major galaxies are. I read last week that when the universe expands, they say that empty space remains empty, but you know, I don't believe that, because I feel my hot dark matter flying fast in the isotropic skies. Whoop, bam! Nebula and asteroids, and the charming quirk of your cork. Yeah. I know it might not work, this whole thing, because on the continuum I might be several light years too far away to make contact within a real understanding. But I'm so curious. Can I feel the pulse of your big pole star? Do you want to dilate time with me? Perhaps I could get to know where your major galaxies are. Yeah, like I said, might not work, this whole thing, because of course I arrive at your door with my own strings attached, my own cosmic debris swirls. I've got my own dark energy dust bunnies a-dusting my orbs. My lumpy luminosity has a high escape velocity, actually. But hey, what would happen if we cinched Orion's belt around us? Would that bring you to me? Would that cling you to me? Or would we just big bang apart? I'm so curious. Just let me hear the sounds of all those breezes that pull you in. There's an infinity inside you. I'd like to let Perhaps I could get to know where your major galaxies I'm so curious, I'm so curious, I'm so curious, I'm so curious, I'm so curious. I love emotional cartography. Baby, baby, what I'm trying to tell, some ideas just don't travel well. What's in our heads churns around, and falling out makes a battleground. It's such a freak, you see orange when I see green. If I was speaking in Greek, you know exactly what I mean. We're living in the same place, but I'm completely lost. You stuck as alpha dog and me as a dog. But if we try to open doors, we see how our feelings might be yours. And if we look between the lines, we'd figure out what's yours, what's mine. You say, I don't think any of this has done you any good. With your head full of sand, who's to think you would? I'm so sick and tired of being played for less in your world. Your shit seems to smell the best. And baby, baby, if we try, we might see just who of you is stuck in me. And if we could read between the lines, we'd figure out what's yours, what's mine. To you, my mouth flaps open wide and closes. My words are just a mess on your floor. I'm talking too loud, too crazy, and too much. Filling the room with noises, and I pounding down your door. Baby, 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 what I'm trying to say, we gotta try hard every damn day. What's in our heads churns around, and falling out and makes a battleground. Baby, 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 what I'm trying to tell, some things just don't travel well. What's in our heads churns around, and falling out makes a battleground. And if we try, if we try, if we try, we might understand how you feel is all in your land. And if we look, we might see, and I'm really stuck all in me. Baby, 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 let's try. Let's try. Let's try. dirt. There's no other way to say it. You get cut and you get buried. Weak beats and bird calls don't soothe the spirit. They just announce the funeral. Majestic and far away, and the cars lumber like oxen. Seems it's only me who wants to wrap this in a still envelope and send it backwards. I could stomp it on the floor. I could send it on a slow boat to China. Smother it in a downy pillow. But my heart would still know. 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 She said she would cover me so I could sway. She said she would cover me. I'm a genuflected mama. I'm on my knees most all the time. I'm a genuflected mama. I'm on my knees most all the time. On my bended knees, I kneel, pray, and pine. It wasn't romance that broke me, and I'm not even broke. It wasn't a man that broke me, Lord, and I'm not even broke. It was living, loving, tender years that made my heart fall open. I've lived through several famines, genocides, and world wars. I've lived through famine, genocide, and world wars. And my heart breaks for all us, yeah, the victims and warlords. Why does life have to be this way? Why can't we all get along? Why does life have to be so hard? Why can't we all just get along? There's a whole other kind of loving that exists beyond right and wrong. From down on bended knee, let me tell you what I know. From down on bended knee, let me tell you what I know. No one ever gets out alive. No, no. When it's time, we all got to go. Let's make that exit now, in a symbolic kind of way. Let's die to old beliefs now, even in a symbolic kind of way. Abide in what you know as love. Let's start a brand new day. Above, below, what we know is love. There's a whole new place. Above, below, what we think we know as love. There's a whole new place. It's tender, it's brave, it's humble. In every kind of way. My eyes gaze Sunday afternoon, and we're dressed with skirts with flowers and shirts with colors. The Reverend winds up to do his roost imitation. His 85-year-old neck craning, the skin on his skinny arms flapping back. He was crowing to us, he was calling to us, he was calling us to lift every voice and sing, to lift every voice and sing at chapel every morning. God bless America, Bible study every afternoon. Devotion, 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 devotion. Every night. My heart was as wide as a silver river then, and it spilled towards what promised bigger, flowed to seas, each drop in me wanting to fall in the vast. I simply wanted Jesus to be my friend, and inwardly I held his hand so tight. I was 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and I held his hand so tight. 9 and 10 and 11, God protect me. And 12 and 13 and 14 and 15, God bless America. 14, 15, 16, and my eyes gazed past the Reverend to the waves of the lake. I was 16 when the Reverend lowered me into the tender waters. Kissed by God that bright summer morning. I left every voice in me. Lipstick babies, bearded babies, smartphone babies, going home babies, big bellied babies, face pierced babies, red hats, blue stripes dotted, two cold hands, old eyes, soft drinks to go fries. I see babies on the bus. I see babies on the bus. Babies on the bus. Babies on the bus. Big farms, you know, ham hands, lady legs, I see small hands, small eyes. I hear grumbling, growling, cranky sighs. But what I really see are just babies on the bus. Are just babies on the bus. I see babies on the bus. Babies on the bus. Puffy jackets, bug faces, tattooed knuckles, untied laces, curly hair, smiling high. Long arms, stifled cries, big emotions, tidal waving, Candy Crush Sudoku playing. Some babies dolled up all nice, some babies dolled up all nice, others are hidden in their cloaking device. Baby on the iPad, music spilling out their head, entitlement-itis, baby. Bleeding heart, baby. I don't care, I don't give a fuck, baby. Babies on the bus. I see babies on the bus. I see babies on the bus. Babies on the bus. You know, when I'm in love mode, I've got this idea in my mind. We're just babies on the bus. We're just wrapped up in bodies of adults, swaddled in layers of me. Equals layers of stories. There are personal stories, collective big stories on sound systems gone bad, thought patterns ruling sweet babies on the bus. We're just babies on the bus. You know, everybody wants a hand to hold. Everybody wants to be told. I understand. I understand. I do. You are original love. You are original love. Baby. On the bus. And the tea, so green and bright, was poured right in a beam of sunlight that had slid into the room. And the tea, so green and bright, was poured right in a beam of sunlight that had slid into the room. Something was carried into the room on that light. Hopefulness and a certitude of joy. The light moved, and its tender fingers explored my skin, traced the line of my ear and the arch of my black brow. And the tea, so green and bright, was poured right in a beam of sunlight that had slid into the room. And the tea so green and bright was poured right in a beam of sunlight that it slid into the room. And it moved until each of my cheeks was held, each eye kiss closed. And I'm breathless now with the brilliance of this lover's complete attention. The warmth reaches through my skin, entering the layers of my body, of my beingness. A full beam like a lover's sure hand slowly wraps around my shoulders and moves to my breast, brushing my nipples through my dress with the warmth of its palms. My breath catches, my breath catches, my breath catches. Such a bold and silent lover, the sun. Such a bold and silent lover, the sun. Such a bold and silent lover, the sun. Loving me so. And in public, I'm watching this slow conquer of my body. The sun pins me to my seat, covering my body with its heat. A full beam like a lover's sure hand slowly wraps around my shoulder and moves to my breast, brushing my nipples through my dress with the warmth of its palms. My breath catches, my breath catches, my breath catches, my breath catches. Such a bold and silent lover, the sun. Such a bold and silent lover, the sun. Such a bold and silent lover. 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 Bags that need unpacking. There are things I need to let go. It's quite time to lighten the load, lighten the load. Yes, there are bags that need unpacking, lights to be unblurred, heavier than any galaxy is the weight of stories heard. And it's not that's not true. The weight of believing them is what cripples and burdens you. And it's not that's not fully true. The weight of believing them is what cripples and burdens you. child's mind reasons out life's whys and hows alone, blaming herself, shaming herself, become pockets full of stones. And it's just that's what's true. The weight of believing them is what cripples and drowns you. And it's just that's what's true. The weight of believing them is what cripples and burdens you. Older, yet it may take years and decades to see. She can empty her pockets and choose to be free. No, it's not that easy, because shame burns so deeply. The fire of this scarlet letter won't let me sleep, won't let me sleep, won't let me sleep, won't let me sleep. And it's not that's not fully true. It's the weight of believing them that cripple and burden you. And it's not that's not fully true. The weight of believing them is what cripples and drowns you. There are bags that need unpacking. There are things I need to let go. Now is the time to lighten the load, lighten the load, lighten the load. Myself free, sleepless eyes wide open to all I have been. Soft palms wide open, I inhabit my own skin. I'm older now, a New York crone. I unblur the line. What is my own? I'm older now, a New York crone. I unblur the lines and choose what is my own. It's the last 7 minutes. 7 minutes in God's time. When Buddy Holly pushed his glasses back up his nose. Baby, baby. I'd get to know him at some point in heaven time. Although I'm not sure what's on the other side of those clouds, and I definitely have anxieties about expanding. Baby, baby, I'd get to know him at some point in heaven time. The Holly, the Buddy, pushed his glasses back up his nose. It's about staying in some sort of box, baby, baby. It's about staying in some sort of box. That's the common man. Tight, compact, orderly for the most part. But bigger vision can lead to a bigger perspective. It's about staying in some sort of box. That's a common man. Tight, compact, only for the most part. Bigger vision that extends off the page, off the screen. I mean 360 sensorial degrees of perspective. Although I'm still not sure what's on the other side of those clouds, and I definitely have anxieties. 5 minutes in God's time. The buddy, the holly, passes glass, puts up on his nose. Maybe, baby, I'd get to know him at some point in heaven time. Green, brown, twitching like a grasshopper's legs, but no sound, no sound, no sound, no sound. It's only a screen for the things that take place behind. All this tension in the arms, the tension in the legs, there's definitely tension in the jaw. There's a lot of that tension. How do we break down the pause? How do we pop the silent screens? Say it, that's how. Boom, pow, say it now, that's how. Stop speculating, that's how. Stop rubbing up on the rabbit foot, just say it. Sound it out like a phonograph, sound it out like a phone if you need to, and just say it. Bigger is what? Bigger is what? Bigger is what? Like a planet that spirals in its orbit, and even that might be too orderly for what we need. You know, I heard even Pluto got the boot. That's a coming man, that's a coming man. Time, nature, timid nature, time, nature, timid nature. All that freedom is just chained to a post, and a tiny, tiny, tiny post at that. Where are we? What are we? Where are we? What are we being told? What are we being sold? Why do we continue to buy it? How do we break down the divider? How do we pop the silent screen? Boom, pow, say it now. That's how. Stop rubbing up on the rabbit foot and just say it. Time, nature, timid nature, time, nature, timid nature, time, nature, timid nature. All this freedom is just chained to a post. Sound it out like a phonograph. Sound it out like a, sound it out like a foreigner. Thank you. That was it. Official good night from Silvervest. Album available on Bandcamp and hard copy eventually. You can go to our website, silvervestmusic.com.